What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with RK Outpost, and the Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser Hotel looks like it's going to be yet another embarrassment for Disney Star Wars. And just like everything Disney Star Wars, they can't simply create something that stands on its own. Instead, what they have to do is they have to take things that people love and use them in order to make you care about something that you don't care about. That's exactly what we're going to see here yet again. If you thought it was something that was going to stand by itself, if you thought it was something that would just exist and not involve a lot of the other characters you love, well, once again, you're wrong, because they are funneling everything through this Galactic Starcruiser Hotel to make you think it's the most important thing in the world. Here's this headline: Star Wars, how Disney World's Galactic Starcruiser Hotel will connect to original trilogy characters. And when I saw that, I started doing some digging around, and someone actually sent me this article from comicbook.com that kind of spoils it right here. Star Wars confirms Han and Leia spent their honeymoon at the new Disney World Hotel. So if you thought they were done messing around with the original trilogy characters, you were wrong. All in order to try to convince people to go to this garbage hotel where over $1,000 a night gets you something that doesn't look anything like Star Wars, where you likely have to keep your mask on the entire trip. What an absolute joke. And it's so funny because when it all started out, this is what all the headlines said. Disney's ridiculous Star Wars hotel is sold out for 4 months. Despite the ridiculousness. Sorry if you wanted to go sip space martinis in a not spaceship hotel, Disney's Galactic Starcruiser has quite the waiting list. And it did when they opened up booking. March, April, May, June, all were completely sold out. You could not book it if you wanted to, because we hadn't really seen anything about it yet, because they hadn't showed anybody what it would really be. It was just promises of what it could be. But then people saw the trailer and they saw the promotional material. They saw what it looked like. They saw that it didn't look or feel like Star Wars. And that's when we started to get some backlash. Backlash to Disney's $5,000 Star Wars hotel grows. Poorly executed idea for the rich. And I mean, right there's Eckhart's Ladder. Bro, this isn't Star Wars. This is space conflicts. Who the fuck approved this for a $6,000 hotel experience? I realize now Disney didn't make the Galactic Starcruiser for Star Wars lovers. They made it for rich people who think Star Wars is neat. And then that resulted in another welcome message from Andario Zin that was very cringe. And ultimately, what did they do? They were forced to delete the video. They were that embarrassed. There was so much backlash. There were so many cancellations that Disney just straight up pulled a promotional video that they had made specifically to promote the Galactic Starcruiser Hotel. And since that moment, we saw all those months that were booked up magically just start appearing and start becoming available in March, in April, in May, and in June. Now, this thing's set to launch in just 2 weeks now, I think. Beginning of March, it should, that should have its first crew aboard, the first Voyagers of the Halcyon Galactic Starcruiser Hotel. So Disney, of course, has gotten that booked back up again. But when you look at April, when you look at May, when you look at June, there are still dates available, especially May is almost fully open, because of the embarrassment that was the promotional part of the Galactic Starcruiser. But now what people are starting to find out is it's not simply this hotel. Disney Star Wars is going to recreate and retell stories to make this thing fit into Disney Star Wars canon. And this Han and Leia honeymoon thing that we're going to talk more about, it's not the first one. I mean, for months, we knew this was going to happen. Exclusive reveal: Padme and Anakin board Disney's Galactic Starcruiser in new comic adventure. This was back in November where they revealed this, where they had a whole little comic series called Halcyon Legacy, where all of the most famous people in Star Wars across the decades all just happen to have little experiences aboard this ship, because that's what Disney Star Wars is now. It's cameos, it's appearances by people that don't really make sense to be there. It's like the galaxy is so fucking small, there's only 100 people in it, there's only 3 planets, and everyone knows each other. That's what Disney Star Wars has become, and this is just yet another example of that. The canon of the Star Wars universe is continuing to expand. No, it's contracting. That's what's going on. It's contracting. But they're trying to put these characters in there to make you think you should care that much more about this thing that's garbage. with new chapters and previously unseen stories being covered in movies, television, comics, video games, and novels. On Monday, it was announced it would soon include Star Wars: The Princess and the Scoundrel, a canonical novel following the wedding and honeymoon of Leia Organa and Han Solo. The official description for the book, written by Belle Revis, revealed the married duo will be encountering the remnants of the Empire while on their honeymoon. The location of that vacation is interesting. The Halcyon Starcruiser, which is the central location of the real-world Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser Resort experience. When Disney bought Star Wars, if you couldn't see that this is what they were going to do, that they were going to take these stories, they were going to specifically tell them in order to market things in Disney World, in Disneyland, things like that. You were lying to yourself. This is what they do. They don't care about what actually happened. They don't care about what makes sense. They don't care about George Lucas's characters. All they care about is exploiting them and bastardizing these stories to try to get people to go to this overpriced garbage hotel. And of course, we already had an incredible Han and Leia story called The Courtship of Princess Leia, written by Dave Wolverton, who recently passed away. Now, this is actually the lead up before, Han and Leia finally decide that they truly do belong together. And it's an awesome Star Wars book. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend you do. But now we have things like this, where right after Endor, Han just proposes to Leia. They get married there, then they immediately go on a honeymoon, despite the fact that the Empire is still very much a threat, despite the fact that all these things are going on. This is what Disney Star Wars has decided to do because they don't care about what the story actually is. All they care about is making you pay more and more money for this fucking horse shit. Embarrassing. And again, if you think that they were done messing with the characters that you love, with shoving them in where they don't belong, with doing something to bastardize their story or their legacy, you're wrong. They're going to continue to do it until it makes no money. Then they'll forget about it after they've destroyed the Star Wars brand. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. Again, this Anakin and Padme thing has been out there for a very long time. It also includes High Republic stories. It also includes Aura Singh stories on the Halcyon. Like, they're getting everybody, every single person at some point has experience with this stupid Galactic Starcruiser hotel, with the Halcyon Starship. It's embarrassing. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.